G'day folks, welcome to Nick's Vision to Hear. Lot to unload in today's video. So we're going to talk today about social conversation for the disabled. Now, social conversation can be a very, very hard topic to talk about from a disabled person's perspective because the person without the disability doesn't understand the inabilities of the person with the disability. So let's go down this rabbit hole. The inability to be able to associate with conversation is a real problem for the disabled. Let me talk about this in a very simple way. Let's say all your family members are all into a particular thing and they have been all their life, but you're the one who had to sit on the outer and watch it. How do you participate in conversation with that? You can't. So you switch off. You actually walk away. You'll go and sit on your own in another room. People don't read that, but they need to really take it very seriously. What did we do? Why has he walked away? Wait a minute. That's right. He could never play footy, or he could never drive a car. He could never drive a truck, or he could never travel easily. That's what people have to understand. It's not because we're being rude, it's because the conversation we can't talk about, so we leave. Okay, so how do we handle this? How do I explain this to a non-disabled person? How would you like me, who's a music nut, to sit and tell you the ins and outs of an album for 30 minutes? You'd get bored, wouldn't you? Right, so how would you walk away? The disabled person does the same. They switch off, they walk away, or they go and distance themselves from the conversation. So what can we do to fix this? Okay, I have two brothers who work in transport. Now, one of them doesn't want to be involved in a 360 group, but that's fair enough. The other is. So I get to see his activity while he's working in Melbourne. I live in Ballarat. So I get to see where he's going. I get to see that where he's moving around. I'd like to do that with the other brother as well, but he doesn't want to be part of that, which is fair enough. I respect his privacy. And so what that means is, it means that I can still be part of a conversation that I would never be allowed to be part of because I don't work in the transport industry. So I can relate to when he's talking about where he's been, or he got held up in traffic, or that allows me to start asking questions inside the conversation. So this is important to understand. So how do you involve the disabled person who is socially excluded from certain activity? Try and find a way to include them in the activity. Now, in this day and age of mobile phones, set up a family chat group in Messenger or your Snapchats or whatever. Set up a family chat group and take photos of the social activities you think that disabled person might be interested in. Why? It's a very good conversation starter when you all meet at some way, shape or form, which might be, you're all at your mother's place or you're out for dinner. That creates a conversation starter for the disabled person. So what that does is allows that person to be a part of a conversation. I see this a lot where, and I've had this happen myself, I'll just fall off the radar, completely turn off. Okay, here's why we do that. We can't hear the conversation. We can't see the conversation. And even with a thing like this, which is a Roger on 3, which is a mic system for people with hearing impairments that can be wired directly into their hearing aids. If we hear two different conversations, we actually switch off because hearing aids are very sensitive, so they pick up every skerrick of sound. And because we have a disability, we're slow at focusing to a conversation. So if there's two conversations going on either side of you, you're trying to decipher which one is for you. Okay, so how does this work? We've got to be able to decipher which conversation we'd like to be a part of. That's not always easy. So what I suggest is you set up a family chat group with your family. So when your brothers, sisters, cousins, whatever, go out to go camping or whatever, to include you in that memory, share those photos with the disabled person. Why? So they can talk about it when you talk about it. That's important. So they can be part of your conversation. They may not be able to go and buy themselves a tent, a ute, a rooftop tent. They may not be able to do that. But if they can share those memories with you and ask questions about that trip or about those things in a social environment, that includes them in the conversation, even though they weren't there. That allows them to be part of the conversation. It's called social inclusion. But we tend to talk about it the wrong way. The lefties talk about it as if, oh, we've got to just adapt everything. No, we don't have to adapt everything. We have to adapt our circumstances to the individual circumstances of the person. So it's easy. Set up a chat group, send some photos of, you might have caught a big fish. Lucky for you. So share that with that person so they then can be part of the conversation when next time you meet. So that's an important video for you all to understand, that disabled people will walk away from a conversation simply because the conversation doesn't suit them or they feel excluded from the conversation. Try and include them in it. Hope this video helps. You enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Next Vision to Hear. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. We'll have more content for you very soon about disabled people. Catch you soon.